Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So in this video, we will try to see the practical implementation of this proxy server. So how we can maintain this proxy server. So for this one, what I would be trying to do it is I will create a new folder proxy. So it's something acts as a load balancer. So let's say that in our simple web, we are having the server.js file, right? So this is the file where we have used it. And let me copy this file. And in the proxy, I will try to maintain this one. Here I will try to copy this file, and here in this one I will paste this one, and here also I will paste again. So we are having two copies of this code. So I will rename this one as server 1, and also here I will try to run it as server 2. Okay, so these are the two server files. So one in the same one, the code will be one in the same only, but the code is there in the two places. Let's think that this is one server which is placed it deployed in another location, and the same code is deployed in another location. So now this is the one and the two same code only. So here first one will be listening on the 9002, and the second one will be listening on 9001. First one will be listening on 9001, and the second one will be 9002. So now whenever the request comes, based on the availability, it should go to the server which is free. So like this. So that is the load balancing. So for example, if you are having 4 requests, means 2 requests should go to the server 1 and 2 requests should go to the server 2. So that the number of requests coming from the server will be balanced. So how we can do this one? So let's try to create a proxy for here. New file, proxy.js file. So this is our thing. And here I will be doing that constant HTTP is equal to require of HTTP. So this is the required HTTP, and I will create the server here, http.create server. So this one will behave as a proxy. So this is the place where the user or the client will try to access it, and this server will try to send the request to the server 1 and server 2 based on the availability. So let's try to do here constant main servers which are available for us in an array, and the host will be always the local host. Here you will be giving the IP address if it is deployed, and the port will be 9001 for the first one, and the same scenario you will be having 9002. So now we have created the server. So now we'll try to do server dot, and I will have the constant port is equal to 9000. So this port will be listening to 9000, and server dot listen to port, and here you will be having the request. So that is nothing but console.log server is listening at port dollar of port. That's it, finished. So port is there. So now whenever you are getting a request to the server, so here you are receiving a request to the server. So whenever you are receiving a request, so you will get the request from the client request, the main client request, and the response you will be sending it is the proxy response. So proxy, this is the proxy, right? So this one is the proxy response. So now what we need to do, so we need to send this client request to the main server request, and we need to take the main server response, and we need to pipe it to the proxy response. So now what we need to do here, so first of all let's try to take the server. So constant main server here is equal to main servers dot shift. So that means whatever the thing it is at the top, I am trying to do it, and again I am pushing the server, push main servers dot push. So round robin I am using it. So I am rotating the servers. So now we got the main server. So main server. So we'll try to create the request. Constant proxy request. Okay. Or otherwise what we can do it is, so it is not a proxy request only, it will be somewhat. We will try to create the request proxy request only. Constant proxy request. So we are trying to send the proxy. So proxy is sending the request. So http dot request. So to which request we need to send it? To the host. Host is nothing but the main server dot host, and the URL, sorry, URL not port. Port is nothing but main server dot port, and the last one is the path. The path is nothing but client request. So we will be getting it from the client request dot URL, and we need to send the method also. The method which we are trying to make it is the client request dot method, and the last one is that finished, path finished, and the last one is client request. the port is finished. Header. So we need to send the headers also. Client request dot headers. So we are sending all the headers. So finished. So proxy request is also finished. So what we need to do next? So now when we send a request, so we need to wait for the response. Okay. So proxy request dot on off response. So we will be waiting for the response. When we get the response which is getting, we are getting it is the main server response. From the main server you are getting the response. And what we need to do here, the main server response, when you got it, so we got the main server response. So we need to set the status. So proxy request, proxy response, we need to send it. So proxy, the response, what it needs to send, the proxy response dot write head. So whatever the thing, whatever the status code you are getting from the main server response dot status code, you will send the same status code. And also main server response dot headers also, you'll send the same thing only. If you want to manipulate the headers, you can manipulate it, not a problem. So headers also use it. Now I want to send the body. So how can I send the body? So the body is the stream data. So here main server response dot pipe of proxy server response. That's it, finish. So now we have sent the response. So that's it, finished. So when you are getting any error or anything means, so you can log the request. So proxy request dot on of error. So whenever you are getting an error, then you can console.log of e. Then you can do the console.log of e. Okay. So at the last, what we need to do, so here we are listening to the request, right? So before we have made the request and we are listening to the request and we have did the request. So where we need to send the body to the proxy, so to the main server request. So we need to send to the client whatever the body you are getting from the client request, you need to send it to the proxy request. So now here you can do client request dot pipe of proxy request. So we are sending that proxy request body will be sent to the main server. Here you will get the data. So proxy request, so we are trying to send it. So fine, that's it. So now we have made the request here. Okay, we have made the request and we are trying to send it. That's it. So now let's try to run the terminal. So in the terminal, let's go here and I will clear it off everything. And here I will be running the proxy.js file, node proxy.js file. Proxy.js. Let me close this terminal enter thing. Okay, and I will open the terminal again. cd code, cd node.js, cd http, and in this one we will be having the proxy, cd proxy, and here I will run the proxy.js file. So server is listening, and the same thing, node server1.js file also we need to run it. So here 9001, and the same scenario node. So here also we need to run node server2.js file. So now we are running the two servers, and here the proxy is also running. Now let's go to here and let's refresh this page. So when you refresh this page, thing happened. Let's try to see the terminal. So we got another socket hang up. Okay, let's go here. Cannot read file. Okay, so the public folder, it's not able to read it. So let's copy this public folder also. So I'm copying this public folder and I will paste it in this one, so that the two servers can share this data. So fine. So now let's try to the terminal, and here the server1.js file, and this one is running, and here also proxy.js file. See, now we are able to see the output. Whenever I try to refresh this page, so we are able to get it. But this time who is making 9000 means the proxy is making, and the proxy will try to make the server which is available. So if you want to know what is the to which server the request is going on means, so what you can do it is, so here you can go to here in the server1.js file. So here you can do something like js.server.on of request. So this is the server1.js. Okay, so you will get the request comma response, and here you can do console.log server one is running, and if you want to run the, if you want to know the port means path means, so request.url. That's it. So now the same thing you can go to server2.js file, and here you can write it the same time, but this time you will write server2 is running. That's it. Let's go to the terminal and here let's stop this one. And this one there is no need to stop. So here we'll stop. We need to stop the server 1, and server is running, and here also we need to run the server 2. That's it. So now if you go into our here, and if I refresh this page, so we are able to get the same output, but this time if you try to see the terminal, so here the server 2 is running. So this is some Chrome extension the path is calling, and here the server 2 has given the main.js file, whereas the server 1 has given the home path and also style.css. So in this way the request will be distributed to the two servers. So in this way we will be maintaining the process. So that's it guys about this proxy thing. So which is acts as the load balancer. Hope you understood about this implementation of this code. Just I want to show you how we can do it, this one. So I will commit this code in the GitHub URL. In the GitHub repository, it will be available. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.